Coming up, the deadly argument between a tenant and landlord that left a man dead. The woman under arrest, a city official.
It'll be another frigid night ahead. How low those wind chills go by morning.
And New York Live catches up with pop art icon Jeff Koons and the big projects he has coming up. Hey everyone, I'm Kay Ingram, and this is News for Now for January 21st. Now listen up, because this first story is a bit of a doozy. A former state representative candidate is being charged with murder, accused of killing her neighbor, who investigators say is her tenant. News 4's Adam Harding is in Norwalk, Connecticut, with why this issue may not be the first for her.
61-year-old Ellen Wink, an employee for the city of Norwalk, is under arrest charged with murder in the shooting death of her neighbor and tenant, 54-year-old Kurt Lametta.
Wow. Ellen was nice to us.
She walks the dog every day. She walks up and down the street with her dog. Very pleasant lady to me. Absolutely surprised.
Wink had recently lost a bid for elected office. She is well known in the community. Her name is even listed on the for sale sign outside the victim's home. According to a published report last September, she was arrested over a dispute with a tenant on the same block.
There's been whispers and things that she had tough times with her tenants.
Still, neighbors are left puzzled, questioning what could have gone wrong.
She lent me her lawnmower in the early days as we were doing renovations to cut the lawn here. She even offered to come and cut the lawn for us.
Dr. Saeed Reza works at a care home across the street.
My manager said she saw her in the back of the police car and hopes that she's not involved, because we're all quite surprised. She comes across as a very pleasant neighbor.
I'm just blown away, honestly. It's just something you don't expect to happen in your sweet little neighborhood, especially your town, public official.
All right, now to some exclusive video of a rescue on an icy pond in Queens. The cell phone footage shows a 16-year-old girl and 12-year-old boy stuck up to their chests in a partially frozen pond. It happened Thursday afternoon at Baisley Pond Park in South Jamaica. The two ignored warning signs nearby and fell through into the ice after trying to walk across. A woman who lives across the street heard the two cry for help and sprang into action.
And I just ran my daughter into a call 911. Everybody came and they got them off the water. It was miraculous.
I'm glad they got him out. I can't believe that someone would try and cross the ice when it's not even that cold. But, it happens. Kids do it.
Firefighters used portable ladders to scramble across the ice and rescue the kids. Both were taken to Jamaica Hospital and are expected to be okay. All right, try to stick with me. I've got another wild one out of Connecticut. A man there is being accused of stealing women's identities, then posing as them online to hit on his victims' coworkers and friends. That's according to the Stamford Police Department. They arrested 37-year-old Pasha Torkamani. Officers say a woman reported last year that he stole her identity, then posed as her online, making sexual advances to people she knew. Police say investigators found that he had been doing the same thing to at least a dozen victims. He is charged with criminal impersonation and harassment. If you remember, we told you about the 56-year-old boat that sold for $280,000 in an online auction. Well, now, we've learned the buyers are Saturday Night Live stars Colin Yost and Pete Davidson, along with a comedy club owner. They reportedly plan to rehab the ferry into a live entertainment and event space. The ferry, called John F. Kennedy, is not in great condition and had to be put out of service because of mechanical issues.
Hi there, I'm Storm Team 4 meteorologist Maria LaRosa. Of course, we are in the heart of winter right now. It certainly felt that way today. But one of those little benchmarks we kind of take note of as we go through the rest of the winter, we hit a 5 p.m. sunset. And then after this, through November, every sunset is going to be after 5 p.m. So those days are getting longer, those evenings are getting brighter. For today, though, it's definitely feeling every bit the winter evening. Temperatures in the upper teens and low 20s, and we fall down into the single digits and teens tomorrow morning. Still enough of a breeze, wind chills a factor. It'll feel close to zero in the city or even below, and definitely feeling like below zero north and west. So frigid start tomorrow, even those plain old temperatures cold enough on their own. Down to 14 in the city, 9 in White Plains, Sussex, a low of 1 degree above zero. Ice slip into the teens, Belmar as well. High temperatures once again for the afternoon, staying below freezing.
It is undeniably one of the most famous sculptures of the past decade. New York Live caught up with Jeff Koons to chat a bit about blue balloon animals, exciting new exhibits, and so much more. Check it out.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for having us at your studio today. It's just thrilling to be here and see some things going on. How many things are you working on right now?
I always have a lot of projects.
Yeah.
And they're different projects, anything from developing exhibitions that are going to be showing new work, or the realization of work that I've already created in the past, but following through on other versions of the work. It's always new, exciting things taking place. Most recently, I've been working with BMW, and we've revealed that I'm making a car. We haven't shown the exact image of the car to the public yet.
Yeah, well, you know, one of the things that brought us here today was that blue dog right there. And this is a partnership that you did with Bernardo, which started, what, 10 years ago or something?
That's right. I think that we started speaking around 2011, and I really wanted to protect the balloon dog. Every detail in an artwork, to me, it's not important about that object. That's just an inanimate object. But what's important is to communicate to the viewer that you care about them. And paying attention to that detail is paying attention to them. And Bernardo has that same respect for people. Now, a lot of people, as soon as you deal with reflection, right away they'll think of the myth of narcissist. And can I tell you, I can't even use the different apps on phones, or I don't post because I don't understand kind of putting the self that way, but I understand affirmation of self, and that everything's about you. It's about your experience. So this is affirming the right here, right now. When you're not looking at it, you know, really nothing's happening. Everything's dependent on you.
Well, for more information on the limited edition balloon dog, go to Bernardo.com.
And finally, we're getting a first look at a new plan for a train that would connect Brooklyn and Queens. What? That's right. It's called the Interborough Express, and News 4's Andrew Siff is here to explain what that'll mean for you.
Instead of freight trains, imagine if these old tracks ran tens of thousands of passengers from Jackson Heights, Queens to Bay Ridge, Brooklyn.
As a Brooklynite, wow, I am just amazingly excited.
That's newly confirmed MTA Chairman Janno Lieber today confirming details of the Interborough Express, a project on the shelf for decades. Now getting the green light from Governor Hochul, who promises a 40-minute commute on this line highlighted in blue, a half hour faster than it is today.
Because it is a quality of life issue. If you can shave 30 or 40 minutes off someone's commute every single day, that is a gift.
One reason the governor and other officials are confident they can pull this off, take a look beyond this fence here in Bay Ridge. The tracks are already in place. The price tag? Well, the MTA would only say single-digit billions.
Throwing a number at that is probably not responsible or realistic or fair to the public.
But transit watchdogs say the bottom line will ultimately matter. Kate Slevin works at the Regional Plan Association, which first pitched this route in 1996.
The right-of-way is already there, there's already tracks along the line, and that means the cost of putting in the transit service will be less.
The benefits potentially huge for neighborhoods in need of a better way to find work.
There are options out here that can make a difference.
Today's announcement comes 7 years to the day since Governor Cuomo promised a different rail link, the now shelved air train to LaGuardia.
What assurances do you have for people watching today that this isn't yet another pie-in-the-sky infrastructure project that doesn't get built?
Very simply, I'm a different governor.
The construction timeline remains unknown, but the MTA says best case, the Interborough Express opens in 2026. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
All right, friends, well, that's all I've got for you for today. Thanks for checking in this week. I'll see you back here next week on News 4 Now. See ya.